Today, wanna smash? You can, but only if you're a panda. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. It's only snowed once around here and everyone turned into idiots.
How exactly?
Inflation is steadily rising, house prices are astronomical, and I think they've stopped installing turn signals in cars.
I don't think we can blame any of that on the snow, which I might add has already disappeared.
Oh, good. Then prices should be coming back down shortly. If you're even a mildly competitive Call of Duty Modern Warfare player, you love not being seen. But, just like in the Monty Python sketch, there are some ways that are better than others to avoid detection. A long time ago, back in the glowing, innocent days of 2019, the best way to not be seen was to use Rose's all-black Rook outfit. Players who equipped it were indeed very, very hard to see, and it became so ubiquitous and reviled in the community that Raven Software not only updated the skin multiple times to make it more visible, but also added dialogue to the game referencing the whole ordeal. Which is why it's very strange that a recent pack of LA Thieves-themed items would include an all-black outfit. Whoops, right? Well, hopefully whoops, since the only way to get this new skin is by purchasing a $10 DLC pack, which coincidentally has become the 11th best-selling item on all of Steam overnight. But it's probably since the LA Thieves skin isn't technically entirely black. It's just mostly black, except for the red LA on the chest. Scarlet letters, but for campers.
Hey, creeps! Guess which video game icon just turned 16? Waggle, waggle. It's the Nintendo Wii. That's why I said waggle, waggle. Anyway, turning 16 means that you can expect your Wii to start exploring its identity. Is it just a video game console, or is there something more buried under the surface that no one has seen that's yearning to burst forth and proclaim to the world, I am capable of so much more. I can run ClarisWorks! Because Pierre Dandumont saw that the Wii had such a dream and took steps to see it through. Pierre's journey started with the obvious, buying a Wii, and then going through an involved series of steps just to get the PowerPC 750 to run its cousin's OS. You can think of this hack as semi-native, since it has to boot Linux through BootMe and then run Mac on Linux, which he had to compile from scratch first. I'm leaving a ton of stuff out, which is all on Pierre's blog, so go check that out. But what's it like? It's awesome! And it sucks! It's a Wii running macOS 9.2. How cool is that? And it runs Doom at about 1 frame per second, which licks! Don't ask me why he didn't try Marathon. I frankly don't care. And if anyone else actually did, it wouldn't have changed its name to Halo.
Nintendo is a big stinky weenie who says nobody is allowed to run an official Smash Bros. Tournament. Unless you're that one specific group, but especially not if you're another different specific group. This is all very Nintendo. You know Nintendo, right?
I do.
Yeah, the video game software and hardware company who doesn't seem to understand how the internet or technology works. You may recall Nintendo have shut down Smash Brothers events in the past, which they're legally allowed to do, just like they're legally allowed to enforce copyright takedowns on YouTube videos that use their music or gameplay, no matter how much it would, help nurture their community of players or bring joy to people. But I digress. According to an open letter from the Smash World Tour Tournament Series, ongoing talks with Nintendo fell apart, and their upcoming 2022 championship event, plus the entire 2023 season, have been abruptly canceled. According to their letter, Smash World Tour had been talking with Nintendo for months, since at least mid-2021, and indeed had received positive feedback for their 2022 tour to the extent that they believed all would be well. Especially considering how, in November of last year, Nintendo announced Panda Global as the first officially licensed, but importantly not exclusive, Smash Bros. Tournament circuit. Smash Tour figured this meant Nintendo had figured out their internal system for licensing these kind of events. However, Smash Tour alleges that during this time, Panda Global was also telling individual Smash event organizers that Smash Tour was, quote, definitely not coming back in 2022, and if they did, they'll get shut down shortly after an announcement. So in the end, it was Nintendo, after self-described deep consideration, who put an end to the Smash Tour. Possibly at the behest of Panda Global, who have not made comment through this whole debacle. It's unclear, because everything is unclear. Smash Tour says Nintendo has no formal rules or guidelines or clear path to a license, just deep consideration, apparently. This is another of those times that Nintendo feels like it still just wants to be a toy company and kind of resents that they have to contend with gamers, which, it's okay, I've met us, we're awful.
Genshin Impact, whose biggest impact to date has been Intense Waifu Generation, coincidentally the name of my favorite idol group, is undergoing further evolution. In the 3.3 update, they are introducing a collectible card game called Genius Invocation, a game played in-game built around the same element-based combat system of the outer game. Card minigames are proving to be as popular as fishing minigames, but I'm concerned about what this means for the larger minigame ecosystem. Is this similar to the process where creatures eventually evolve into a crab-like form? From now on, will all video games slowly become card games? And then board games. I mean, if you're really lucky, it'll be a bespoke board game by a small, dedicated group of game developers and not just another reskin of fucking Monopoly. Yeah, that's right, business step-uncle. I just slagged off one of your longest-running moneymakers. What are you gonna do? Are you even gonna know? Do you even watch this show made by the internet's 8th favorite Magic the Gathering comedy group? Anyway, if you'd like more information on this topic, please attend my TEDx talk at our local salon, where I'll be asking 20 more minutes of rhetorical questions on the phenomenon, which I'm smugly dubbing cardsinization.
I can't wait for the cardsinization of Elden Ring, sauntering into the Tuesday Night Tarnished event at my LGS, my meta deck list all sleeved up, a playset of Uchigatana and Rivers of Blood. Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun?
Oh, not for my opponent, no, but for once, I will get to actually win at Elden Ring.
Coming up, if you stand just right in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can make it look like you're hugging and kissing your Pokemon. And after the break, we'll let you in on a little secret about Vaporeon. I ruin nice things. If there are kids watching this, the secret about Vaporeon is that they evolve from Eevee when you give them a water stone. Did I get that right?
Correct.
Great, yes. If otherwise, just
don't tell kids the secret of Vaporeon.
don't tell kids the secret of Vaporeon.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. They probably know it by now, actually, and have been telling you about it.
I almost did a story about this just because it would be funny. Just a really small little story because it's a really small, weird thing. But Microsoft is selling a hoodie for your controller.
Yeah. Xbox controller.
To be clear.
It might also fit your PlayStation controller.
To be clear, this is not a human article of clothing inspired by your Xbox controller.
No.
This is a hoodie that is this big to dress your Xbox controller.
Yep.
It's got like the wings, I don't know what you call them, the places where your hands go, they come out of the arms. And then at like the neck, you can just see the Xbox logo, and then there's this big empty hood.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
How are they selling?
Oh, they're sold out. Of
course they are.
Yeah, the pre-orders, they're like, 'cause it's meant to be like a funny winter thing, and they're like, you can still pre-order it up to the middle of December, but they're like, but the second batch won't arrive until like March, and it's like, well, by March my controller will be all nice and warm in the spring. I need it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a summer hoodie to put it in at that point. Yeah.
I don't know if I could get around the notion of like, oh, time to play Xbox. Let me just slowly unzip undress my controller. And like, it's some things don't need to be anthropomorphized. I think that was I think this was a very strange choice on Microsoft's part.
It's like Barbie dolls, right? It's like playing dress up with those, or some people are just content to let their Barbie dolls run around naked, like I was when I was 8 years old. So
yeah, I was also content to let Beach's Barbie dolls run around naked.
I think I've just always been a weird kid.
What?
I'm in my 40s and I'm still a weird kid.
Huh?
Yeah.
Strange. Yeah. I also wanted to comment just because I loved Paul's.
Oh, by the way, that's a $35 joke. By the way, if you're going to buy it, it's $35. So.
Oh yeah, right.
It's
Sorry,
not like a $10 thing.
The hoodie, the hoodie controller thing. Yeah. But they're making. Who is this? The team that made. One second, let me open the story here so I can remind myself. It's the Off-World Industries, the studio behind Squad, have announced Starship Troopers Extermination, a 12-player cooperative FPS. And as Paul pointed out, remind me again, what was the whole message of Starship Troopers? Was it that the military is awesome and shooting alien bugs is super cool? Yeah. That was the pitch for Starship Troopers. It was just kind of funny that it's like, I doubt very much that this game is going to have any sort of Spec Ops: The Line level self-reflection of what this in-universe military is doing.
Right.
But yeah. The movie was... the book wasn't subtle either, but the movie was not subtle. It's a good one, though.
No, I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Starship Troopers?
Yeah, all I know is that it's Denise Richards shows up with her shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Doogie Howser wanders around dressed like a Nazi.
Huh.
All the uniforms in that movie. This is what I'm saying about it's not subtle. All the uniforms are very fascist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they're it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the GIFs. He's like, I'm doing my part. And it's a tiny child going, I'm doing my part. I've seen that stuff too.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
Mm-hmm. See, that's from a PSA in the movie. That's if you join the military, then you get to become a citizen, and then you get to vote. Otherwise, suck it up.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to go off about?
Christ, no, I don't think so. I'll save it all for Chill Point, which is every Friday at 2 p.m. on twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun. You can watch Paul and Heather and I talk about the stories that didn't make it in to the Checkpoint, as well as kind of talking a bit about the stories that did make it into Checkpoint, but in trying to be more of a protracted way, which I always end up derailing because I'm a pain in the ass. Oh,
next week on December 8th, which is the Thursday,
yes,
before the usual Chill Point, is the Game Awards.
Right.
And I believe, unless I'm announcing this out of pocket, the three of you are also going to be doing a live co-stream of the Game Awards.
Right. Yes, we are definitely doing that.
Or the Game Trailers, as we call them, with occasional awards snuck in. The gall to have untelevised awards on that show. I cannot handle it. The fact that they come live and they're like, we've already given out 10 awards off camera because we just have too many trailers. Suck it. And it's like...
You know how it is, though, right? It's just sometimes it's you just don't want to have people who win the technical awards on camera because they're going to be awkward. You would never want to have awkward people from the game industry in the middle of your televised awards ceremony because, boy, wouldn't that be awful. Good thing that's never happened.
Jeff. Anyway, tune in for that on the Twitch. I guess the VOD for that will probably
go up whenever.
Go up on, I don't know which channel you'll be able to find it on. We'll decide that later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Smooth.